G. Nagapal Subramaniam. I am studying EC at VVIT College, Guntur. My roll number is 20BQ180456. Today, our topic is about non-conventional energy sources or renewable energy sources.
Renewable energy sources. These energy sources are inaccessible and naturally available. These natural energy sources are replenished and at the rate of greater than the rate of combustion. Hence, they are termed as renewable energy sources. There are five types of renewable energy sources. They are solar energy, ocean thermal energy, tidal energy, and hydropower energy, geothermal energy. Let we see the first one, solar energy. The energy of solar energy converted into electricity as the photovoltaic cell. This device, which is used to convert sunlight into electricity, is known as photovoltaic cell, and this effect is known as photovoltaic effect. And a solar cell is known as light sensitive PN junction diode. Here we see the construction and working of photovoltaic cell. A photovoltaic cell can consist of two thin metal plates completely covers both the front and back side of the cell. The front metal plate is completely coated with an anti-reflective coating material Si3N4 or titanium oxide. Photovoltaic effect, both N-type and P-type semiconductors are sandwiched in between these two metals. Hence, here the N-type semiconductor is always contact in the front surface. The metal which is placed back is completely covers the cell. As we see the diagram of photovoltaic cell, the front metal plate can be coated with anti-reflective and the sunlight falls on the anti-reflective plate, and below of anti-reflective plate we have n-type semiconductors. These n-type semiconductors have electrons which is getting hybridized, and these electrons transfer from n-type to p-type, and these p-type can be transferred the electrons to load like a bulb or fan, and these bulb can be grows and transfer the electrons to the n-type semiconductor. Like this, the n-type travels to p-type, p-type travels to load, and load travels to n-type semiconductor. And later, the working principle of electrovoltaic cell. When the solar cell is irradiated with solar radiation on the front side of the cell, the metal surface gets heat up. This is the heat energy is enough to transfer electrons from n-type to p-type semiconductor. Therefore, by completing the circuit with a load or bulb, current flows from p-type to n-type through a load or bulb. This may continuously convert the sunlight into electricity until the sunlight may cut off. And we see this as example organic photovoltaic effect. As we see the magnesium dioxide as anode and aluminum magnesium cathode as cathode, these can form the n-type semiconductor, and electrons travels to p-type semiconductors, and which is travel to load can form the electrons to travel, and these electrons in the polyethylene can reacted with mild oxidation with I2 can form a p-type organic polymer, and these polyethylene can form mild reduction with lithium, sodium, potassium to form n-type polymer condensation with +2 Na ions. Later, organic photovoltaic cell. These are photovoltaic cells in which the sunlight is converted into electricity with the help of organic polymer conductions. Construction and working. Both N-type and P-type organic polymers conductors are sandwiched with two metal electrodes as anode, ITO, and cathode, aluminum, magnesium, calcium. The cell generates electricity by absorbing sunlight. The sunlight gets fall on the N-type organic polymer conductor through a transparent glass. The electrons may flow into p-type semiconductor across the junction, and electron hole pair is established initially. This is known as excitation. These electron hole pairs are finally separated by using anode and cathode. Finally, these charge carriers are moved in opposite direction, then current flows. See the second renewable energy source, ocean thermal energy conversion, as OTEC. Principle: the temperature difference exists between the surface and the deep sea water. The temperature difference will utilize the produced electricity. A minimum temperature of difference 20 degrees Celsius is necessary for useful energy conversion. Or if a meat source is available at higher temperature and heat sinks at the lower temperature, then it is possible to utilize the temperature difference to convert a part of heat into mechanical energy and convert the turbine to generate to produce electricity. Finally, the residual heat energy is transferred to sink. And on the basis of working fluid and the technique used, the ocean thermal energy plants are classified as closed cycle OTEC plant, open cycle OTEC plant, and hybrid OTCE plant. Here, the closed cycle is used liquid refrigerant as working fluid, and open cycle use warm water from sea surface as the working fluid. And the hybrid OTEC plant is the combination of both open and closed circuit. And first one, closed cycle OTEC plant. The working fluid is low boiling point liquid or liquid refrigerant, like example ammonium, freon, propane. The liquid refrigerant is evaporated in the evaporator by using warm water from the sea surface. The vaporized refrigerant may hit the turbine blades. Turbine may rotate and generate the electricity by converting mechanical into electricity. These vapors are often condensed in the condenser using cold water from the deep sea. It is used for a large scale power generation, and we see in the closed cycle OTC plant as a diagram. Here the warm water can be taken 35 degrees to the upper layer of the sea surface, and it will converts the water with evaporator. The evaporator evaporates and forms to vaporized refrigerant, which rotates the turbine to give generated electricity. And these turbine will be converted to condenser to form water, and the water from the bottom level, cool water 15 degrees Celsius, can be taken and it goes to the input, and condenser can form the liquid refrigerant to the actual level, and this process continues to form the electricity. Working fluid from seawater surface. Warm water from sea surface is subjected to flash evaporation. Then water may vaporize at low temperature and leaves the salt at the bottom of the evaporator. These vapors may hit the turbine's blades. Turbine may rotate and generate electricity. These vapors, after hitting the turbine blades, condensed in a condenser and collected as a desalinated fresh water. This water can be used as potable water and also used for irrigation. It is mainly used to produce fresh water as well as for minor scale power generation. See the working of open cycle OTC plant. Here the seawater takes the upper layer to the fresh evaporator, and these evaporated water can be taken to the turbine. The turbine rotates, gives the electricity, and these condenser can take the water vapor from the turbine and can cool down and get the water from bottom of the sea as cooling water 15 degrees Celsius and gives the turbine as condenser. The third one, hybrid OTCE plant. This is the combination of both cycle of closed and open cycled OTEC plant. This is the plant is also used to produce both potable water and electricity. The hybrid cycle OTEC produces potable water like the open cycle and has a large power generation potential like closed cycle. Japan is one of the country used to produce electricity by ocean thermal electrical plant, and we see the hybrid OTEC plant in the diagram. Here we have the combination of both open and closed cycle. Here the take the open cycle as the first one. The from this upper sea water takes evaporator can transfer the vaporized refrigerant to the evaporator, and these vapor can rotate the turbine, gives electrical energy, and it converts to the condenser, which is taken as the both second type of closed one. And later we have the energy source from here, and the cool water taken from the bottle to the condenser can be get cool the vaporized way to form the liquid refrigerants. Thanks for watching.